I don't know why, but I think bowling is like the most depressing activity out of all of the activities.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like bowling with alcohol is fun.
It's fine.
But bowling without alcohol is boring.
I don't know. There's an air to it. They're always...
It just doesn't hit different.
How can bowling be any fucking different in Japan to like other countries?
I mean, there's no rednecks.
Bowling places, for some reason, universally are like the most like semi-rundown places out of any of like the entertainment things. I don't know why.
Right.
Bowling's always like places always look the worst.
I mean,
Like, they
I
always
can
look the
see
cheapest.
that.
You know what I
can
mean?
see that.
Does anyone understand what I mean?
Exactly,
I enjoy it, but I do think it's the worst activity out of the bunch. Okay, tell me the perfect level of bowling ratio to conversation ratio I should be expecting. Because what happens is, and this happens every single time you go bowling, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking. Oh, it's my turn, but I was in the middle of a fun conversation. I don't really want to bowl. So you just fucking throw a meh bowl.
Yeah.
Because you're already 10 points down. You're not going to win this one. You're not going to get a strike. Let's be realistic, because you're kind of shit at bowling. Then someone, or sometimes you, okay, so then, sorry, I'm losing my... So then you go up, you miss out on the conversation, and it just feels like you're like speed dating, but the one person is not getting a date who keeps going out. In a group, and then you leave the conversation, and then no one's really giving a shit about the bowling because they're having a conversation.
Well, that's exactly the same as like darts.
Yeah, that's
and
what I was
stuff.
about to say. It's exactly the same as like darts or pool.
Nah, darts, you can keep talking while you're playing darts.
You can
with
keep
each other.
talking while you bowl.
No, you gotta like, what are you gonna do? Follow him up to the ball? What are you gonna do? Follow him up to the thing? Like, okay, keep going. How you doing? Right? Oh, nice bowl. Let's go back now. Let's go talk. Okay.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Fuck off. I would be like, fuck off, Joey. I'm trying to bowl here. Don't.
Well, but okay, that doesn't make sense because you're like, I don't give a shit about the bowling. I only care about the conversation, right?
But when I'm bowling, I give a shit about the bowling. Right? And then when I'm talking, when it's someone else's turn, I give a shit about talking. I just feel like it's a dichotomy and it shouldn't exist. Bowling. But you can do it with like group, like pool. You can all sit around the table and enjoy.
But there's only 2 people playing pool, right?
Yeah, but okay, with bowling,
You can do it like tag.
because it's such a distance. One, too much walking for bowling. Can I just put that out there? You have to walk far enough away where you can't be in the car. Okay, this is going to sound so fucking dumb. All of this sounds dumb, I realize. But you have to walk far enough away where you are then leaving the conversation, right? Think this deeply about everything in my life, except for music and story. There's too much gap between... No one needs that much run up when they're bowling, and if you do, something's wrong with you. Let's shorten the distance between where the seats are and where the alley starts. Bro, I know some people who are like, I need the full length.
Well, then I don't want to go bowling with people like that. That just sounds like a douche.
I just think that bowling is not very optimized sport for friendship engagement. I'm going to put that out there. I just think it's not the best. You know, what can I say, gentlemen? I'm sure
like
there's some people out there that are like, Connor knows what he's talking about. He's not monkey brain.
Yeah, well, they're the kind of people who I don't want to go bowling with.
Also, bowling feels like an activity where I shouldn't have to change my shoes. You know what I mean? It's that level of activity that isn't serious enough to warrant me changing clothes. Like, it's not like you're going rock climbing or something, right? Like, where it's like, I understand I need to bring, like, you know, flexible clothing, right?
Yeah.
It feels like an activity that shouldn't require me changing clothes. And I hate the fact that you always get the most disgusting rancid shoes that feel so, okay, sure, they fucking spray it. They give it a little alcohol spray. Like, that does fucking anything. This shit is disgusting. I don't want to fucking wear my fucking Where's Waldo shoes while I'm talking to my friends, eating the most pathetic fries in existence that have been half cooked while we have a half good conversation and overpriced alcohol. I just think bowling needs to be done better, and it's depressing as fuck. I don't know why.
There's a question I need to ask you.
Okay.
Because have you had bad bowling experiences when you were a kid, or is it something that you developed as an adult?
As I become an adult, this became a thing.
Okay.
But now that I have that thought now where I was like, you know what? I just realized, because bowling places always had arcades, right?
Yeah.
I had more fun in the arcades than I did bowling whenever I went bowling. So what does that say about bowling?
Right.
Because, you know, when there was like, if you would have a party with like 12 kids, you were waiting a long fucking time.
I feel like you don't enjoy bowling for the same reason you skip stories. It's because there's
I want the gameplay. I think because it's like, I don't know if you're like this, but when it's like not my turn, I have like a tiny bit of anxiety of like, fuck, when's it going to be my turn? I don't know when it's going to be my turn. When am I going to get called out? I don't want to be that ass.
Not that serious.
No, I know it isn't, but this is the thing.
Someone out there throwing balls down an alleyway.
Someone out there viewing will like experience this where you're just like, yeah, it's kind of anxious just not knowing when I'm going to have to fucking stand up and throw something. like I just like to know that, okay, I'm going to just do it and then I can come back. I just want to talk to my homies or play the arcades. Can we separate them both? You know what my best experience bowling was? Wii Sports. That was the best bowling. You know why? No wait weighting. I could just throw that shit.
And it's 100% optimized.
Yeah,
right?
and you had that 100 pin bowl. That shit was fun as fuck. I love watching YouTube videos of people getting like the 1,000 pins.
Yeah.
Shit's amazing. It feels good. I just think because, you know, like something like pool or darts, you're constantly like talking and next to each other. It doesn't really fucking matter when it's my turn. But bowling, because it's like, all right, I have to walk up and, you know.
Well, why don't you walk up with them?
And also, you know, okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan of having to pick the ball. I'm kind of sick of doing that. Like, because you've been there, right? That one place where they don't have your fucking hand size. It's like it's either too fucking big where it feels like you're trying to grab like 3 fucking food containers, like large, or it's like, yes, I want my fingers to be crushed to death and potentially just dislocate my finger when I throw this. And you know it because you've been to a place like that.
No,
right?
I haven't.
Fuck off.
That's why I'm laughing because
What? You haven't? You
because
come on.
I feel.
Come on. You've been to a place and you're like, I can't enjoy this bowling because none of these fucking balls fit my hand.
Well,
the one thing I will say about bowling is that no matter ball you choose, somehow it just doesn't feel right.
It never feels good. You never get the right one, and it's never satisfying.
You're in a constant state of like anxiety to be like,
you guys must have gone to some shit
and
bowling alleys.
You know they don't fucking clean those bowling balls on the inside either.
if I would like to make a tier list, bowling's like a good C tier.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say that bowling is like an S tier experience or anything.
It's
Like
like the
it's probably
fairy-
like a B tier for me as well.
You must say it's the fairy tale.
It's like the fairy tale of entertainment sports. Like it's just mid, man.
Bowling is mid.
Bowling is a casual player sport. I don't like bowling.
It's because you can't win in it, Connor.
Can't win.
Maybe that's why, because I fucking suck at bowling. Maybe that's why I hate it. I would rather watch a mediocre documentary over a good movie.
That's you have programmed your brain wrong.
I like
you literally have programmed your brain wrong.
Even that just doesn't make sense.